Hi, everybody. Welcome to Risky Business. I'm Kathy Kaler.
And I'm Bliss Landon.
So happy you guys are here to join us on another episode.
And it's going to be a great one.
It is. It is. Have you been good?
I've been great. I've been really good.
Good.
Yes.
And
But I'm sad that you're leaving.
I know.
Again. You always leave me.
Out of town tonight. But I'll be back in a week.
Going to Kentucky.
I am, and it is a very, very big time in Kentucky.
Oh, the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That, Kathy, that's on my bucket list.
Oh,
that is a top 10 item on my bucket list.
We will.
Now that you have a house there, I'm going next year for sure.
Happen. Okay, let's
when all this COVID crap is over, I'm going to Kentucky for the Kentucky Derby.
Yay.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have a horse.
Yeah. Your
Never
husband,
know. Never know.
With the horses. I know.
Well, I am excited for our guest today.
Me too.
So excited. And we hope you will be super excited. And I think it's something that everybody can always use a little more information, a little more education, a little more know-how. So without any more time, I would like to introduce our guest. We have all the way from Chicago, a suburb from Chicago, Whitney Deforgio. She is the founder, creator, inventor of some cool websites, and she has teethtalkgirl.com. And then you can also find her at Happy Teeth. So I'm very curious to see what both of those things are about. So Whitney, welcome to Risky Business.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And your super cute pink chair behind you.
Yeah, let's talk about that. When I go to the dentist, it never looks that cute in his office, ever.
It's so cute.
Oh, too funny. I know, right? For a podcast, we'll have to paint a really good visual of what's behind me right now.
You're doing
with my
it great.
Words, but it's a dental chair, and it's pink, and it's in my home office. It's wild.
I love
never
it.
would have thought in a million years that I could just wake up and go into this room and see a dental chair. But yeah, I have a few cool projects coming up filming wise. And it was just honestly easier to have a chair here than to go into the office.
But a pink chair.
Oh yeah. And pink, I just thought, if I'm going to buy one, I want to get one that's like awesome. So went for it.
That's so
it's
cool.
really, really nice.
I love it.
Thank you. It's so nice. It doesn't work though. So it just sits there.
So when you say that's home office, so are you doing tell us about your what you've done in teeth?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I know. There's always
besides she has a great smile herself.
Oh my God, amazing.
When I make YouTube videos, people always comment. They're like, "Are you trying to show your teeth?" And I'm like, "No, I'm so sorry. This is just how I." Anyway, so I have Teeth Talk Girl and Happy Teeth. I'll just start with Teeth Talk Girl. So it's it all started. I'm a dental hygienist. When I was waiting for my dental hygiene license to arrive about 6 years ago now. So you take your board exams, you got to wait for that license to arrive before you can work. So sometimes, at least back then, I know 6 years ago doesn't seem that long ago, but I think it's different now. Things are more digital and you get it quicker. But back then I had checked my mailbox every single day, wait for my license. It was months.
Wow.
Anyway, so I was just waiting for it to arrive and I just wanted to start, right? And my favorite part of dental hygiene is dental education. I love educating my patients and I love telling them and helping them about what products to use, what's best for their mouth. Dentistry is not a one size fits all. And that's something that I'm really passionate about getting out there because everyone's like, what's the best toothbrush? What's the best this? What's the best that? And that's not it's what do you need? How are your gums? Do you have cavities a lot? You know what I mean? So it's an individual thing and I want to get the word out there. And I couldn't with my patients. So I was like, how about I just start a YouTube channel? Maybe someone will watch. And literally that's how it happened.
Wow.
Someone did watch. A lot of people ended up watching. It was wild. I didn't expect it. I really just thought it was going to be my mom and a few friends.
Mom.
I know. I was like, my mom will tell me. She'll tell me if I'm good at this.
That's
or
so
maybe
great.
I'll say these things to my patients when it comes to time to see my real patients. Whatever. Long story short, made the videos. It actually kind of, organically grew, which is awesome. But I do work as a dental hygienist as well. So I work part-time in office, cleaning teeth like a traditional dental hygienist. And then I do my videos. So 2 a week. We do Teeth Talk Tuesdays and Toothy Thursdays. And we just have new video topics. Most of them are for the general consumer, the patient, right?
Mhm.
Regular questions. But then I do throw in some for the dental professional or student or new, recent grad tips and tricks for dental hygienists as well, and dental people in general, dental professionals. So that's what Teeth Talk Girl is. Ended up from the YouTube channel, turned into a website, teethtalkgirl.com, for articles. So I didn't want to just make videos always, because some people, like for my patients at work, some people would be like, oh, it's a video, like I'm not,
Yeah.
do you have something to print out for me? And I was like, oh, I could do that. So I started turning every video into an article. And so that's it. That's what's going on teethtalkgirl.com. So it's kind of cool. I'm excited. So anyway, I have some
super
big
cool.
projects going on with all that and working with different collaborations. So I usually only film 2 times a week, but now I'm going to be filming like every single day almost. So here is the beautiful dental chair behind me. And that's the story of that. Cause I could only go into my office, my boss, on days that they're not there, you know what I mean? Or late hours when patients are already gone. I need audio and visual, can't have patients in the background. Right. So, it was limited for what I need right now. So it's just wild. I know.
Do you
people
put anybody in that chair and actually like demonstrate
No,
things on them? No?
I haven't yet.
Oh, you
it's
should.
new. It's like a week old, so I haven't
That's
done it yet.
amazing.
My fiance keeps joking, like, "Am I going to get daily cleanings?" And I was like, "No,
That
the
is
chair
so
doesn't even
funny.
move." Like, but yeah, so it's kind of funny. But we'll see. I might do some like photos and stuff, but won't be cleaning any teeth. I clean up teeth at work. I won't be doing it at home.
Not at home. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. And do you gear anything towards children?
Good question. So yes. So it's funny. So a lot of times it's geared toward parents more than the children themselves, kind of to help parents help their children. However, having said that, I actually have a funny story. My boss, super supportive, is a dentist. Her daughter recently, she's 6 years old, and whatever, it's a long story, but long story short, my boss was like, I think she binge watched all of your videos because she's telling me things like,
No
I'm
way.
like, where did you learn that? And she's like, from Miss Whitney. She calls me Miss Whitney. How cute is that? And she's like, I learned it from Miss Whitney. And she's like, when did you see her? She's like, I saw her bathroom. She was doing her teeth, whatever. So I do some
so
like,
cute.
I know, so cute. I do some just, morning routines, nighttime routine, just showing what I'm doing, like every so often something more fun instead of so hard on the education. Just like, here, this is me in my bathroom. And I guess she did so what I like to do is with my electric toothbrush, the top can come off. I don't know if you've ever used electric toothbrush. The top comes off, it's the head. And I always clean it out. I take it apart. I clean it out every night. I like rinse it, and then I don't push it all the way back on. So like to reduce like bacteria in your toothbrush, whatever. And she said she saw her daughter doing that.
Oh,
and she's
really?
Like, why are you doing that? Like my boss just didn't think of it, And she's like, oh, for Miss Whitney. So anyway, my point is, yes.
So you're getting the point across.
I guess the kids are watching and I didn't know.
Yes, but isn't that great? And sometimes they learn better from watching than you just telling them, now brush your teeth and floss and like to actually see it, might make a bigger impact on them. Yeah.
Totally. I tell parents a lot that when parents are asking like, how can I make this fun for my kid? My kid doesn't want to brush their teeth, is it just the simple video of education that will help? And I'm like, sometimes yes. Like I've seen wild, like I have a video, this one, I dressed up as a leprechaun and it was all about leprechauns have teeth too. It was for St. Patrick's Day.
Cute.
And it was cute. And so I'm just in the dental chair doing all this leprechaun stuff. And I've had patients that are like, they just watched your leprechaun video and they were like, I want to brush my teeth. Like the leprechaun's doing it. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay.
Isn't that
I
funny?
didn't even intend for that to be
so
like
cute.
Making kids want to brush their teeth. It was just like funny for me. But
you're just a natural then. You know what they like. Or you're a kid. You're a kid at heart, so you know what you like.
That's very true.
Are you working with any schools or anything like in their health education?
So, pre-COVID, I would go to schools and I would dress up as a tooth fairy and I would do, health education and stuff. We'd play some games. Like I have like magnetic boards and all these fun things, to show like which foods will stick to your teeth and which foods won't and whatever. So there's all these fun games.
How fun.
So I used to do that as a tooth fairy. So fun. Yeah. I have one friend of mine is a preschool teacher and her students every year ask because she has preschool. So it's like the same class twice. Right. So the younger preschooler, like whatever. I guess they're there twice. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know about preschool that one. She'll have the same students, and the same students the next year will be like, is the tooth fairy coming in this year? I'm like, oh my God.
That's sweet.
Great.
So, makes me happy. So we're teaching, but that's a good actually segue or transition into what Happy Teeth is. So my other brand company that I have is, there's kind of a whole story about, sorry, I feel like I'm just like talking.
No. We want you to talk. No, talk. That's okay.
We want to hear.
We want to hear your story. Yeah.
Interrupt me if you're like, okay, this is not what I need. No, it's too funny. So Teeth Talk Girl, I was getting a lot of comments like, make t-shirts, make merch. And I just never was feeling it. You know what I mean? So I just wasn't passionate. I just want to teach. I didn't want to make merchandise. There was a while I was looking for a purse, those purses that I feel like it was really trendy when people used to go out, but I feel like nobody's out anymore, but still do to go. But they're like in the shape of something. I have like a little cupcake purse. I have a taco purse, like a hamburger backpack,
Yeah.
So I was looking for a tooth purse for myself because full circle kid at heart. And there was no tooth purse on the market. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's
I think
a shocker.
This is what I have to make.
There's my merch.
I know, right? But like, seriously, I couldn't find it anywhere. I was going everywhere. I was on Amazon. I was online. I was in the stores. So yeah, I was like, okay, we're going to make this. So I started designing a tooth purse. We actually launched October 2020 online. It was a virtual launch with the purse, and it turned into a whole company since then. Now we make bags and different.
Do you have any samples there that we can see?
Oh yeah, good question. Oh my gosh, in my new little office here, I will look for them. I know that they're all in my car right now.
Oh, okay,
it's so awesome.
That's so
I can show you. I
funny.
can share my screen too. So yeah, it's super cute. It's a tooth purse. It's white.
Adorable.
It looks like a molar. It's a crossbody. It's cute.
How cute!
So that's where it all started, and it all turned into a whole company that makes bags and accessories for healthcare providers. So it's not just for dental people, right? Even though most only dental people will care about the tooth purse, but other dental pharmacists, nurses, doctors, we make a backpack that I'm very proud of because it has everything you need for a healthcare provider. It has like an insulated front pouch for snacks, or you can there's just so many cool, I could go on and on about the backpack, but
that's so
long story short, to go back to the students, for every item purchased on Happy Teeth, and the website is givehappyteeth.com. For every item purchased, we donate a dental health kit to someone in need. So the dental health kit it's like a goodie bag you'd get from your dentist, except it's a 1-year supply. So it's toothbrushes, toothpaste, and floss.
Wonderful.
And it lasts for 1 year. So different organizations could go on to the website and request the dental kits, such as, it could be nursing homes. It could be women and children's shelters, homeless shelters, schools. So, yes,
that's fantastic.
So sometimes I just started bringing, now it's all virtual though. So I don't go into the school, but I dress up and we Zoom as the tooth fairy, and we ship the goodie bags, to their schools.
That's so
great.
Kind of
cool.
That's super.
You'll be the tooth
awesome.
fairy again in school.
It's coming. I think next year
coming.
you'll be going back to school, so that'll be great. That's awesome.
I
That's
hope so, because I haven't been able to, for the homeless shelters and the women and children shelters, since we've launched, I haven't been able to do any in person. Those have all been virtual. So yeah, I'm really excited to, I want to not just give the kits and be like, here you go, here's a toothbrush. I want to really show and explain how to properly brush, how to properly floss. My videos on youtube.com/teeth talk do have instructional, like tutorials on how to brush, how to floss. However, a lot of the people that we're donating to don't have access to the internet, so I want to show them what what they might not be seeing on my videos. So I'm really excited to get back in person, but until then, we'll keep doing it virtually. And I'm glad that there's clinics that offer that to help people have access to the virtual, instructional
so
videos.
Whitney, I have a question for you. This past year we were all kind of conditioned on how long we needed to wash our hands.
Yeah.
Can you clarify, or what is your best advice on how long do we need to brush our teeth?
Good question.
I love it. I thought you were going to ask me for the hands. I was ready for the hands, but I'm ready for the teeth too. The teeth, yes. 2 full minutes. You should be
No
brushing your
way.
teeth 2 full minutes.
That's a
2 times
really
a day.
long time. I don't do that. I don't do
I'm
that.
terrible.
Mm-mm.
I was going to say there's a crazy statistic. Like, I don't know. I'm going to make it up, but it's something like 70%. It's a lot of people that do not do 2 times.
My husband does it though.
2 minutes.
My husband brushes his teeth forever. Like he brushes his teeth like 4 times longer than I think he needs to.
All right.
But his teeth are gorgeous. He has beautiful teeth. He says, my dentist says that I have an awesome set of teeth, and he's very proud of his teeth.
Look at that.
See?
But I always think he's ridiculous, but he's probably right on the money of 2 minutes.
Totally. It's a thing. So it feels like forever. And that's relating back to kids. It's really hard to get kids to do the full 2 minutes. I know there's a lot of videos online that show, like a 2-minute song or a 2-minute, like you can't finish. You're not done brushing your teeth till that song's up. You need to find something to,
or like an hourglass, like one of those, like a 2-minute hourglass that you switch over and watch the sand drop out. Yeah.
Right. And now with phones, I know you can just set the timer and stuff.
Sure.
So there's a lot of cool toothbrushes that actually have timers on them now too, that if they're electric, they vibrate or spin the whole time. They just shut off when you're done. So when you're done. But a lot of people don't do the full 2 minutes. And how you were saying your husband probably does. And some people, I feel like you either don't do the full 2 minutes or you go over. Like I feel like some people, it's like
he may go over sometimes. He really enjoys brushing his teeth. So I don't know.
Way under.
But imagine for us, that's a long time. Kids, that's like an eternity. Right.
Totally. So there's so many techniques to help, right? Like make it a party in the bathroom. Like who's going to do the 2 minutes? Who finished? Like, there's a lot of fun ways to make it like a family affair, I guess. But it's hard because it has to come from the parents. Like if we're not doing it, what are our kids going to do?
I'm a horrible example.
I am such a bad example. I feel terrible about myself.
Here's the other thing along that. Here's the other part that I have to that. I think if I brush hard and fast, it's better. And that is so bad. Look at her face. She is like, you are.
Yeah, that was not a good face for you. She gave you a bad face.
You need an appointment.
She does not approve.
No. So like I always
gentle,
say people,
right?
Like, what was that?
Gentle. You're supposed
gentle, yes. So gentle. I always say to patients who are brushing really, really hard, I'm always like, I'm so happy that you're like getting in there and want to keep them clean. That's great for your teeth, but bad for your gums. You can cause gum recession. You can literally brush your gums away. And unfortunately, they don't grow back. You know what I mean? They're not going to just puff back up. And so there's a lot of different things that can cause gum recession, but probably the number one reason is aggressive toothbrushing. So always use a soft toothbrush and always use a gentle hand. And, you gotta really subconsciously remind yourself, because I used to do it too. Something that helps me is electric toothbrushes with pressure sensors. Some of them have a pressure sensor where they either light up red, and so you're like, I'm brushing too hard, or they just turn off.
Where do you get all these fancy toothbrushes that do all this stuff?
They sound so fancy. None of them are
tech
fancy.
Toothbrush.
At the store, no, anything that's at the store, the main ones are in the aisle.
Really? Okay.
We need to go to the drugstore.
ADA approved is a big thing. If they have the ADA, there's like a little sticker that'll say like ADA seal of acceptance.
Okay.
Then you're no going wrong there. But always ask your dentist or dental hygienist. Like I said, dentistry is not a one size fits all. So there are a couple different types of toothbrushes that are ADA approved. And then you're like, which one? Maybe ask them what they think is best for your mouth, right? Some people need different ones depending on what they got going on in their mouth.
Right.
Well, I think what you were saying too is also seeing your dentist. Now, I think I am a professional. I go every 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually really good.
I just got good approval.
Yeah. See?
So I do go often, but I have to work on the intensity. But have you found with COVID that people really kind of nixed that appointment?
Yes.
And
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say there's people that have got to catch up now. They're a year past.
Mm-hmm. Totally. So there's so many patients that maybe were already behind and now they're super behind. You know what I mean? So we have a batch of that. And then we have a batch of like, they were really trying to get in, but then like with their kids' school schedules, like going in half days and here and there, like they just couldn't get in. Like they wanted to try. And then some people were at the beginning and really fearful to come in. They still weren't comfortable, which is fine too. I get it. Right. So there's a lot of different reasons why people were nervous to get in, but I think now is the time. If you're listening and
I just went and I hadn't been for a while. Good. But this was kind of not pleasant.
Are we getting gross?
I will say. I went in and they made me gurgle with hydrogen peroxide for like 30 seconds. Oh,
that's the COVID protocol.
Yes, it was horrible.
Oh.
And then,
you say it's horrible.
So then I'm in the chair and she's about to clean my teeth and I have this like, it reminded me of something out of like Mr. Grinch in his house. It was like this long tube that came up and it was a vacuum, like a sucker. So you had your mouth sucker and this other vacuum, right?
Whoa. Yes,
and that's part of
aerosol reducer.
Yes. So it was like, it was kind of strange, but it was fine. My
not every office has that.
Wait, what did you?
Is that a good thing?
It's a very good thing. That big thing that you're talking about, your tube,
yeah,
that aerosol reduction system, that's super fancy and cool. And so, I mean, I don't want to say, but not every office is able to get that. So that's so cool hearing that
I was able to have that.
Great.
Oh, okay.
That's so great. Oftentimes, what offices that can't get one of those for whatever reason, they're reducing water. So there's less water spraying. So I don't know if you ever had the like ultrasonic scaler. Maybe they're not using those right now. So they're making other means of reducing aerosols. But if you have that big sucker thing, that's great. That's awesome that you have that.
Yeah.
And then the hydrogen peroxide, it's funny you said that because I would say it's a 50-50 across the board. Some patients are like, I hope this never goes away. I loved that. And then I have other patients like,
get rid of it.
Do that again.
Well, so it wasn't the first time it happened to me. So I had to go to the dermatologist for something. I forget. It was something on my face. I don't know. Anyway, so I had to go to the dermatologist and he made me do it. He made me do the hydrogen peroxide. Yes.
Really?
So I did. So that was the first time I was introduced to that. So I'm like, okay, this is really weird because I am not here for my mouth. I'm here for, the dark skin spot on my face, like not for that. And, but he had me do that. And so I did. And then the second time was at the dentist's office, which is more, expected at the dentist's
your mouth
office
is open
because it's your mouth. Then and I had a mask on pretty much the whole time at the dermatologist, except for when he said, take it off and let me just scan your whole face.
Maybe anything with the face,
Yeah.
that they're doing those extra, some offices are doing extra
precautions. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great to hear. That's cool. That makes me feel good. I'm glad to hear that.
So, okay, let me ask you one more question. Sorry, I have questions for my own personal care.
Of course.
But you were mentioning gum recession. So is that what that is when all of a sudden you get food stuck in a certain spot that you never used to get food stuck in? Is it because your gums have recessed in that area?
Oh, she's smiling.
Maybe, not always.
And my second question is it because I drink wine?
Please say no. Please say no. Please
pretty
say
much
no.
on a regular basis.
Oh boy. So recession generally isn't caused from wine. I will tell you that.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
yes,
that's good news.
Okay. If you already have recession, and maybe the wine could cause erosion and maybe like an abfraction area. Sorry, I'm using all these words, but maybe it can make the enamel thinner in an area that you already have recession. But wine, if anything, is going to kind of cause more cavities and
because of the sugar in wine
and erosion, the acids. It's more the acids. Acids. And so, you got to be careful with wine. You also want to wait. So this is a good thing if we're really you want to wait 30 minutes after drinking wine before you brush.
Oh,
so
really?
Actually after anything technically, but wine is so acidic that like it's one of those things that you definitely want to
out of your mouth
before you brush.
You should drink water. Yes, you should drink water, swish, wait 30 minutes, and then brush, or else you can actually hurt your enamel because the mouth is not neutral at that time. You want a neutral pH in your mouth before you brush, or else your enamel can actually be affected.
Oh, wow. That's a really good tip. Okay.
Yeah, 30 minutes. It should be after anything. Most foods have some kind of carbohydrate, some kind of fermentable carbs, some kind of sugar, acids. So should be done after all foods except for water.
Is there an alcoholic beverage better for your teeth than wine?
Say
Scotch. I'd ask.
Say Scotch.
I should make a video about that. That's making me think now. I made a video all about for Halloween what's the best and worst candies for your teeth.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be something.
Research. I'll have to look into that for alcohol. I honestly don't know. We'll have to look at what the most, I would say the worst would probably be mixed drinks because you're getting like pop and alcohol, you know what I mean? So there's just like a lot going on. If you're pop or soda, I don't know. Was that very Chicago?
Pop. That's a Chicago. Well, that's a Chicago.
I'm from Michigan. Pop. You can say
she
pop.
says pop too.
Give me some pop.
Midwest. But yeah, so that's probably, I'm gonna write this down. That's a good video idea.
Okay, well, when you find out, we'll just have you come back on and tell us.
I'll share it to you.
Because we need to let everybody know. It's important.
Whitney, you're so cute.
She is. She's adorable.
That's so nice of you. Again, we have to paint this picture for the listeners. I'm sorry you can't see my chair.
You are. You are.
My mouth that everyone makes fun of on YouTube for showing my teeth too much. Just joking. Nobody does. It's so funny because I do talk with showing my teeth and comments are always like, oh, is she trying to show off her teeth? And she's probably got all veneers. I don't even know. They're my teeth. I just talk like this. That's how my lip moves.
It's great. It's great.
Well, you are meant to be doing what you are doing.
Absolutely.
You are good at it. So
you guys too. This is so fun.
Before you go, we want to make sure people can find you. So teethtalkgirl.com. Mm-hmm. That's where all your articles are and just, kind of extension of your YouTube. And givehappyteeth.com is all of your fun products, backpacks, merchandise and give back.
Yes.
So great.
Thank you.
You're wonderful.
YouTube channel is thank you. You're so nice. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/teethtalk.
Okay.
Teeth talk.
No girl on that one.
No girl.
If you type in girl, you'll find it. But that one's
fantastic.
Generalized.
Fantastic. That's
thank you
great.
so much. It was so nice to interview you and just talk about all the great things that you have going on, and you're busy. So thank you for taking the time to talk with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This was so fun. Like I said, I love a casual chit chat about teeth.
Okay.
My life.
We got some good tidbits.
We did.
And we need to go shopping for new toothbrushes.
And I have to brush longer.
Yes.
And
I'm going to be checking up on you. I'm going to be checking in. And so how's the toothbrush teeth thing going?
We'll do it.
Are we getting the 2 minutes? All right.
Thanks, Whitney.
Thank you, Whitney. Take care. Okay.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
So good.
Wasn't that great?
Okay. Now I have to do some stuff. I got to do some changes.
Me too. Where do we get these we gotta go toothbrush shopping.
Drugstore.
That's what we need to do. Okay.
And timer.
And a timer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like an egg timer. An egg timer.
What if I brush with my left hand? I will not be as good. No. I'm not strong.
Well, then why would you do that?
Because I'm going like this.
Okay.
I could do it really gently because my arms. But
then you might miss your teeth because you're not left-handed. I don't know.
Stay tuned for what we are going to do about our teeth. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us. We had so much fun talking with our guest, Whitney.
Yes.
And we'll have all of her information on our website. And also, if you missed some of this episode, you can come check it out on our website. If you have questions or comments or have some ideas for our show, please reach out to us at riskybusiness@coveragequeens.com. You can also follow us on Twitter @CoverageQueens. We're on Facebook at Risky Business with the Coverage Queens. We're all over the place. But anyway,
everywhere.
Stay tuned for another episode coming next week, and we'll see you then.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.